I'm gonna give you guys a few tips on how to fish the river. I grew up fishing rivers. I still fish them a lot. They're really, really great fisheries for bass. Uh, Around me, they're really just smallmouth and walleye and all that in there. But the number I like to fish tubes in the river. Um, they are sensational baits in the river. I like to fish green pumpkin, watermelon, colors of tubes in the river. That's really it. Um, that's like to me that's a natural river color for craws, and that's all I replicate is craws when I'm using a tube in the river. Um, you know, I find watermelon red flake works really, really good. Um, you know, that's awesome bait. Smallmouth love tubes to begin with. Awesome bait, in the river. So, number two of the bait would have to be a square bill crankbait. And not only is this an excellent reaction bait, but another good thing about it is when you're trying to trigger a bite, when there's rocks down at the bottom and all that, or if you're making contact with the bottom, or if there's structure like wood, hard rock that's coming up, that sticks up higher than the rest, when there's anything, really, this square bill will deflect off of that. And usually when it deflects off that in the water, you're going to get a strike. So that's key, to the river is a square bill, because square bills work awesome. Number two, or number three, would have to be a jerk bait. Jerk baits work awesome for smallmouth. They're one of the top ways you can catch them. This is a very old Mystic Minnow. Paint's coming off and everything. It's a smaller jerk bait than the Shadow Wrap. Now, this just gives off a lot of flash. That's why, I got it out. This does too, actually. It's beat the crap. I do catch more on this in the river than this. Only because, I really wouldn't want to use a perch color that much in the river. Just my personal opinion. And if all fails, you don't get them on the jerk bait, go to a spinner bait. Just like the square bill, I'll fish this around hard objects that are sticking up. Even grass for that matter, I'll fish it near grass. Awesome bait to fish near grass to begin with. But in the river, the tube, the spinner bait, the jerk bait, and the crank bait work the best. You also got the grub to come into play. The grub works awesome for smallmouth. Mr. Twister, Ragetail, grub, grubs work wonderful for smallmouth bass in the river. But you haven't used a tube, you're new to fishing, you got a river right by you. Try a tube. They're very inexpensive. I prefer the Mismo tubes. You got the BPS ones, the little teaser tubes. There's so many tubes out there, so many different sizes, thickness, colors. They're really, really good bait, especially for the river. Not only for the river, they are good anywhere else. They replicate a ton of things. Check out the tubes if you haven't already. If you haven't used a jerk bait in the river, definitely look at the jerk bait. Some of my biggest bass I ever catch out of the river are on jerk baits. You do catch some nice ones on the tube, but Usually I'm gonna be going with a jerk bait if I want a bigger bass. If I'm trying to figure out something, or I'm new to that river or that spot, I will fish a tube. Yet again, the tube, one of the best baits you can fish in a river, if not the best. And then make sure to check out the crankbait. This is a KBD 1.5 square bill. It's in Sexy Shad. I have get a lot of success on the Sexy Shad color. But typically you're gonna typically I use more craw colors for smallmouth and in the river. And check out the spinnerbait. If you haven't already fished that in the river, check out the spinnerbait. There's so many different kinds of spinnerbaits. You know, so many different prices. You're looking for more of expensive or that I know catch fish. Go the War Eagle. You know, there's dollar ones. If you're new and you're trying it out, there's cheap ones. But if you're serious about it and you know, I know it catches fish, go with the War Eagle spinnerbaits. They're running about $6 or $7, or they're a good spinnerbait. But definitely check out the tubes. That's my #1 strategy to a river. Any river, I'll try to fish a tube right off the bat. So tubes, good in the river. So please subscribe. More tips coming. Please subscribe, like the video, comment if you like tip videos. Thank you.